suspension. Holmes was suspended for a late hit on Argo quarterback Ricky Foggy last weekend. The Riders feel the penalty is too severe, so Holmes will meet with CFL Commissioner Donald Crump Thursday morning. If Crump decides the penalty was too severe, Holmes will be able to play in this weekend's playoff game against Toronto. But the Argos are making their feelings known. They think Holmes should sit out.
Well, the Ottawa Rough Riders not exactly deans of the postseason. It's been such a rarity they may want to consider having commemorative rings struck to mark the occasion. All right, I'm exaggerating just a little bit. Ottawa hasn't made the playoffs since 1985, though, and going by the regular season record against the Argos, which may not be the best idea, they shouldn't be around after the weekend.
Ottawa closed and read it very.
Of the 3 times these two teams played, only once was the score even close. That was back in their first meeting, August the 4th, when the Argos hung on to win it 30-26. The next time they played, Toronto blew open a close one to beat the Riders by 16. Then there was last week, another close game for a while before the Argo offense exploded in the third quarter and went on to win it 49-30.
Now, based on the regular season, I think you'd have to like Toronto's chances. I mean, they'll be playing this game on their home field against a team they've dominated all season long. But I don't think you'd find any Argos overconfident. In fact, there are a few who, from previous experience, know that anything's possible.
Linebacker Don Moen was one of several players on the team 2 years ago. The Argos, who breezed through the regular season with a record of 14-4, only to lose to Winnipeg in the Eastern Final. Head coach Don Matthews wasn't around then, but he has his own bitter memories.
I've been in the league for 13 years, and I know what can happen in playoffs. And there was a great example of it last year when I was with Edmonton, and they were 16-2 and got beat in the Western Final. So we're not taking anything for granted. We're going to go out and play a hard 60 minutes of football, and then we'll just see what happens at the end.
We've had too many guys that have been around it long enough. We were 14-4 and got upset, and we've seen it the other way. So you know that you got to be at your best when it comes playoff time. You can throw the records out the door. It's 60 minutes of football, and whoever plays the best is going to win.
Now, it's nothing new for the favorites to show respect for the underdog. No point in firing up a team already furious about losing its best defensive player. The Riders will no doubt suffer without Bruce Holmes in the lineup. Meanwhile, the Argos' biggest problem has been the injury to quarterback Matt Dunnigan. He won't play Sunday, but he didn't play in any game against Ottawa this year anyway. Based on that, you couldn't blame the Argos for feeling a little confident.
It's confidence, but at the same time, I think we have enough maturity to realize that we have to go out and execute, and we're not going to sit back on what happened the last 4 games. We have to come out and do what we do best and score points.
No temptation to look ahead to Winnipeg here.
No way. We're going to get by Ottawa, and then we're going to go to Winnipeg.
Can't look ahead to Winnipeg. If you don't beat Ottawa, you don't go to Winnipeg. So that's the approach. We believe we can beat anybody, you know. And our goal is to win 3 football games in a row. But in order to win 3 in a row, you got to win this one. So our focus is on Sunday.
As you might have gathered, one more win over Ottawa means one more shot at the Blue Bombers, a team that has dominated Toronto all season long. At least then the Argos won't have to deal with questions of overconfidence. Rod Smith, TSN, Toronto.